My name is Charles Walker. I've been involved with UFG for actually a little over 2 years now. It's not a miracle for someone to own their first home. For me, it's beyond miraculous. To go in a 2.5-year span from sleeping under the 3rd and Grand Bridge, and being horribly addicted to drugs, to living a clean and sober life, becoming a deacon at my church, and owning my own home. There are no words to describe it. It's also taught me personally self-sustainability as an adult in my society, how to be a productive member of my community, how to impact those around me. It kind of goes like books, just like your regular book library. So it works out pretty neat, I gotta return them, but I get to use them. So, tool library is key in what I'm able to do with my home. If it weren't for UFG's tool library, I'd be set back another 7 to 8 months trying to save up money just to get the power drill, just to save up money to get a light, just to save up money to get the tools I'm, able to borrow and use to fix my house. You can't do anything without a tool. You can give a person all the wood in the world and all the nails in the world, but without a hammer, they're not going to build anything. So having tools to be able to do the job has been the foundation of it all. I mean, if I didn't have the tools that UFG borrowed me, I would not be in the situation I was in, that I am in. I needed a lot of tools. There's a hole in the floor, there's a hole in the ceiling. Pretty much rebuild the bathroom, put drywall up and mud tape and all of that. Aside from that, the house is in pretty good shape. I've checked out a power drill, construction lamp, a ladder. I'm actually here today checking out a skill saw so that I can get started on my roof and patching that. I've got some respirator mats that I checked out on my previous checkout. The help with UFG and the tool library, and a little bit of patience and commitment that I could make this a beautiful, livable home. And that's what I'm on pace to do. And look forward to the next video where I got the house done and y'all can come check it out.
Our work is to help people self-sustain in the most unsustainable places. This is not a handout charity. I'm talking about tools. I'm talking about love. I'm talking about breaking the cycle. Breaking it for the next 500 years. Who wants to help rebuild lives one at a time? Why are so many children in America's most dangerous neighborhoods so full with food, services, yet so emaciated and starving for love, commitment, mentors, tools, opportunities? It's because money cannot buy love. Love cannot be institutionalized. It cannot be a budget item. Love that was supposed to come from your family and from the village you grew up in cannot be programmed, purchased, or hired. The kind of love that's necessary to build your life upon cannot come from a safe and sterilized distance. From food drops from the sky, temporary program workers who leave at the end of their shift. Love is personal. Love is commitment, accountability. Love is messy. Love requires everything you have. Love hurts. Love comes from healthy, committed people on the ground 24/7 who have chosen to count themselves among you. In the last 5 years, I've had over 100 struggling homeless people eat with my family at my dinner table. None of them were missing any meals, but every one of them were suffering deeply from something else. Something that an organization can't offer, that an institution can't touch. Yeah, services have their place, but endless resources have failed to heal the wound. Partnership with love is what's necessary. If possible, the cure must be administered from within by village leaders, long-term committed people. And these types of people cannot be purchased with money, but they can be identified, resourced like a seed given water. We're talking about partnership. No one can get the job done cheaper and more efficiently than the village itself. Indigenous boots on the ground. No one can fully love you in a life-changing way unless they're walking alongside you within the same village. If you want to empower instead of enable, find a way to partner with the village itself. For instance, If you donate one tool to a neighborhood tool library and 100 people use it, it's like giving away 100 tools. But if you donate 100 tools to a large and distant organization and expect them to start a tool library, it will be terribly and impossibly expensive and difficult to manage, disconnected from the village leaders who are already in place and have built the relationships on the ground in the neighborhood. This is why UFG built the Makerspace, where hundreds of trades can be learned, hundreds of skills. It's almost done, it's huge, it's debt-free. This is why we built the tool library, the farms, the community gardens. Our sweat and passion have paid for more than half of it. We have filled the budgetary gap of what dear and rare partnership we have found from outside organizations who understand us, who believe in our mission and believe in what we do. UFG has what money cannot buy, but what UFG lacks are a few basic things that do cost money. We're really hoping for some catalytic partnership dollars from other organizations that already exist to serve the poor, to help pay for the tools that will empower the next generation and break the chain of depression. There is no limit to the classes and programs that we can run out of these facilities, depending on resources. Keep rooting for this model to survive and find its place. If love compels you to give this season, do your best to give it the ground floor to organizations that will resource Indigenous leaders who are the most committed. We own this 20,000 square foot building debt-free, and we're going to build a dream. This summer, 20 architects in Kansas City came together pro bono to help us design this dream. A dream for the next generation. Create Space. Create Space is a place that brings the community together to learn, to make, to grow. It's a place where there's nothing you can't make. A 24/7 hub of invention, inspiration, incubation, and mentorship. It's the laboratory that we never had growing up. Everything from robotics to welding, aquaponic gardening, woodworking to electronics, Photoshop to music, sewing to artwork, and a future commercial kitchen in the entire backside to help incubate locally grown value-added food businesses. Tools for absolutely everything, nightly classes on everything from entrepreneurship to market farming, from welding certification to beekeeping. A place where any skill can be learned hands-on.